Hey everyone, welcome back to Receipts Ready. This one had me absolutely speechless. So I need to get this off my chest because I literally cannot believe what my sister has done to me. I, 32F, borrowed $200 from my sister Emma, 20F, 3 months ago for a car repair emergency. $200. That's it. Now she's basically trying to control every aspect of my life and I'm losing my mind. She's tracking my purchases, demanding I ask permission before buying anything, and even tried to tell me what I can and can't eat when we go out. I know this sounds insane, but it gets so much worse. Let me give you some background. Emma and I have always had this weird competitive thing going on since we were kids. She's the baby of the family and has always gotten more attention from our parents. But I thought we were past all that drama now that we're adults. Boy, was I wrong. When my car broke down, I was completely broke after paying rent and bills. Emma offered to help without me even asking. She said it was no big deal and that family helps family. I should have known there were strings attached. So, the very next week, Emma started with the little comments. I posted a photo of my lunch on social media, and she immediately texted me asking how I could afford to eat out when I owed her money. I explained that my coworker had bought me lunch for my birthday, but she didn't care. She said I should have asked her permission first. Then she demanded to see all my bank statements. She wanted proof of where every penny was going. When I told her that was completely inappropriate, she threatened to tell our parents that I was being irresponsible with money. Our parents, who have always thought Emma was the responsible one and I was the screw-up. But here's where it gets absolutely insane. Emma started showing up at my apartment unannounced to check on me. She would go through my groceries and lecture me about buying name-brand items instead of generic. She actually threw away a bottle of shampoo I bought because it was too expensive. I tried to pay her back early just to end this nightmare. I'd scraped together $150 by skipping meals and picking up extra shifts. But when I offered it to her, she refused to take it. She said I clearly wasn't learning my lesson about financial responsibility. So, Emma decided to escalate things even further. She called my mom and told her I was having a financial crisis and couldn't be trusted to make good decisions. My mom started calling me every day asking if I was eating enough and if I needed help. It was humiliating. Then Emma showed up to my workplace during my lunch break. She marched right into the restaurant where I work as a server and started lecturing me in front of my coworkers. She said I was being selfish and ungrateful and that I didn't appreciate everything she had done for me. My manager had to ask her to leave. I was mortified. My coworkers were asking if I was okay and if I needed help. I had to explain that my sister was having some kind of power trip over $200. They couldn't believe it. Neither could I. That weekend, Emma invited herself to my friend Sarah's birthday party. She didn't know Sarah and had never met any of my friends. But she showed up anyway and spent the entire night telling everyone about my financial situation. She made it sound like I was some kind of deadbeat who couldn't manage money. I wanted to disappear. So I finally decided I'd had enough. I went to my bank and took out a cash advance on my credit card to get the full $200. I marched over to Emma's apartment and tried to hand her the money. She refused to take it again. She said the money wasn't the point anymore. According to her, I needed to learn respect and gratitude. She said I had always been spoiled and selfish and this was her chance to teach me a lesson. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. That's when I realized this was never about the money. This was about Emma finally having power over me for once in her life. She had always been jealous that I was more outgoing and had more friends. Now she could control me and it was like her dream come true. I told her she was being completely unreasonable and that I was done playing her games. She started crying and said I was being cruel to her after everything she had done for me. Then she threatened to call our parents and tell them I was verbally abusing her. I knew they would believe her because they always do. But I was so angry that I didn't even care anymore. I told her exactly what I thought of her manipulative behavior. So, Emma completely lost it when I called her out. She started screaming at me and saying I was an ungrateful sister who never appreciated anything. Then she grabbed her phone and called our mom right in front of me. She put on this crying voice and told Mom I was being mean to her and refusing to pay back the money I owed. Of course, my mom immediately took Emma's side without even hearing my version. She started lecturing me over the phone about family loyalty and responsibility. I tried to explain what Emma had been doing, but Mom said I was making excuses. I hung up on her. That's when I decided to get revenge. I took screenshots of all the crazy texts Emma had sent me about tracking my spending and needing permission for purchases. I also recorded a voice memo on my phone explaining the whole situation with dates and details. Then I sent everything to our family group chat. I included our parents, our older brother Jake, and our 2 cousins, who are really close with our family. I explained exactly what Emma had been doing and how she had been using $200 to try to control my entire life. I sent the screenshots showing her demanding to see my bank statements and telling me I needed permission to buy lunch. The evidence was undeniable. Within minutes, my phone was blowing up. So, the family group chat absolutely exploded. My brother Jake was the first to respond, and he was furious with Emma. He said her behavior was completely unacceptable and borderline abusive. My cousins agreed and said they couldn't believe Emma would do something so controlling. Even my parents were shocked when they saw the actual evidence. My mom called me within an hour to apologize for not listening to me earlier. She said she had no idea Emma was being so manipulative and that she was disappointed in her behavior. My dad was even more direct and said Emma needed professional help. Emma tried to defend herself in the group chat, but it just made her look worse. She said she was only trying to help me become more responsible with money. Jake shut that down immediately and said refusing to accept repayment while demanding control was not helping anyone. It was manipulation, pure and simple. I finally mailed Emma the $200 in cash with a note saying our business was finished. I also told her I needed space from our relationship and wouldn't be attending family events if she was going to be there. She tried texting me to apologize, but it was too little too late. The damage was done. It's been a month now, and Emma is still trying to repair her reputation with the family. But everyone sees her differently now. They know what she's really capable of. Honestly, the audacity of some people never fails to amaze me. $200, and she thought she owned her sister. I'm so glad the family finally saw Emma's true colors. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Thanks for being here.